It has been over 100 days since I last uploaded episode 11, when Andrew had a heavy landing in Blackpool and was rescued by the RNI. Since then, Andrew has finished his journey around the UK in his laser, and he's even featured on BBC News and radio. Not a week has gone past without my dad reminding me to upload the final few episodes of his journey, and he's even threatened to make the videos himself. But we are back with episode 12, where we cover his voyage from Blackpool around the Welsh coast and down to Devon. We start with a little bit of radical candour from The Shrink and the Drink for the youths of North Wales in Rhyl.
I'm angry this morning. I'm angry with the youth of Rhyl. I mean, sorry youth, but who else would move a boat neatly parked up on the grass over there to the wall and then stop when they realise that something is broken? I'm really annoyed. There's a big hole in the sail. I think it's sailable, and the good thing is nothing is missing.
Things don't get much better for Andrew as he gets lost whilst trying to navigate towards the Menai Straits. He turned in here by accident.
Here's the famous Menai Bridge with the road and rail bridge in the distance, and we are drifting along pretty much with no boat speed but plenty of tide. That is a decent bit of tide.
The tides in the Menai Strait are very strong, but he's able to time them well and make good progress.
I've stopped here for a break because I'm an hour early for the Bardsey race. I'm having a snack, but it's also still quite lively out there with the tidal flows.
Whilst waiting for the tide to change, he gives us an update on his repairs. Previously, this section has been a crowd favourite for those that leave us comments.
I've been doing some repairs to the sail. To start with, I have sewed up some of the batten pockets, put a patch on as well as the stitching to reinforce the repair, and mended the hole in the sail with a patch. The centreboard repairs seem to be holding up, naturally sanded down by the sand, funnily enough. I had to replace my over jacket because the zip broke on the old one. This one's got a slightly different surface because I tend to stuff my gloves in here when launching, but I've lost 2 pairs in the last couple of weeks. But the problem has been resolved by realising this has pockets.
He gets back in the water and the sea is acting very strangely.
A load of whirls and upwellings and turbulence around the tidal junction, as you can probably see here. It's nothing to do with the wind and the sea, it's just the water doing weird things. Look at that one, that's a huge upwelling. Bizarre. It's all about the monster of the sea being disturbed by the land in its journey onwards. In a minute, it's gone. A bit more bumpy. And then that's pretty much it. Drama's over.
Whilst in Abersock, a race is hosted at the local sailing club and he joins. This man just loves sailing.
So I've got to join in the race, but it's delayed by about 45 minutes, so I might just head off anyway, which is a shame because it'd be fun. Mind you, I'm sure I'll be last.
He works his way down the Welsh coast and he's very grateful for the Welsh hospitality. They even give him a standing ovation at Newport Sailing Club.
Just setting off from Newport through the waves. It's always trickier than I hope. Whoa, a couple of big ones. Oh, got a big one here. Made it. It's hard work, that.
In Abercastle, he meets up with old friends, and he's also surprised by somebody making him a gift out of driftwood. The high seas took a physical and emotional toll on Andrew, and he even had his own castaway moment.
I just want to say I'm really pleased with you. You've come round from Abercastle all round through the Sounds, and there were some big seas, weren't they, Betty? Huge, great big seas. But the sound wasn't bad, and Jack Sound was, yeah, but there's some big overfalls. Very bumpy for you, Betty. You've done so well. Thank you very much. I'm coming up to Menai Ranges, not too far away down there, and I've passed Castle Martin behind me. Luckily the Coast Guard told me about Menai because I couldn't figure out where they were on the website, and I rang them up this morning, Menai, and said, is it right to come through? And they said, oh yeah, send us a text beforehand and we'll fire in a different direction. So fingers crossed, I hope it works. So that's Menai firing range behind us. So all has gone well. Betty and I are happily sailing along, so it's worked. We're safe. Oh, Jack's my welcoming committee. Hi, Jack. And the topper, who's that? What's your name?
It takes Andrew 16 days to sail the Welsh coast, but sadly, during this leg, a sailor very close to Andrew's heart passed away. That man was Ron Pattenden, who was the first person to sail around the UK in a laser and also inspired Andrew to do the same. They only met a couple of times, but shared many phone calls in the lead up to and during Andrew's journey. He took a few days off to show his support for Ron at his funeral, along with Stick Daring, who was the second person to sail around the UK.